Alright, so it's Sunday afternoon and a lot of stuff sold over the weekend, so I'm gonna go ahead and get a jump start on shipping all this stuff. Wanted to bring you guys along, show you guys what is sold. So first thing we got is this West Bend Cooker Plus. This is like a 1970s vintage. I've had that for a while. I got that thing for like $4 or so at a yard sale. So glad to see that go. It went for 20 bucks plus the buyer paid shipping. We got a non-working turntable here. Again, another big item I'm glad to see go. That went for 26 with the buyer paying shipping. We got in the boxes, we got this Little Debbie set there. That went for 15. That was $6 at a yard sale, so not a huge flip on that, but still Hot Wheels, I never pass those up. So next up we have this big old thing. So this is one of those mirror ball kits. So it's got the spotlight and the mirror that spins, and it's kind of like a disco ball. Sold a lot of big stuff this weekend, which is good because we are short on space here. So that sold for $55. Paid 12 bucks for that at a yard sale. Got a beta tape. All right, finally found it. It's over here. So this one has been resealed. It went for $15 with the buyer paying shipping. So that came from the Alabama warehouse trip. Sold those. I'm gonna show you guys right now because the kids are playing Beat Saber downstairs. Sold that set of big old floor speakers for $1,100. We're going to Indiana, which is in the same zone as me, so that should be cheap to ship. What else we got here? So I got this really cool set. I'll show you guys these real quick. This also came from the Alabama trip. How cool is that? It's an old school syringe kit. Those are glass with all the attachments there, all the different needles. In the original box, that went for 230 bucks. A couple of laser discs here. So we've got the Sports Illustrated Swimsuit Edition. That one's going to Chile. And what else do we have? Oh, What a Night. That one is sealed. So Sports Illustrated went for $10. And then Oh, What a Night went for $15. And there's a couple of records as well. So Van Halen. I realize I put these in all upside down. That's good. So Van Halen's 1984 went for $11.69 plus the buyer paid shipping. And we've got a lot of 4. Yep. So this lot of 4 here. We got the Eagles, CCR, Wings, and Rolling Stones. One is a lot. Those went for 15 bucks with the buyer paying shipping on those as well. So I kind of just threw those together. They weren't worth paying or listing separately. So over here, this went on auction. It ended last night. This is like a stone axe head. It also came from Alabama. That went for 51, 54, something like that. This small lot of different mineral formations went for I think $12.99. And then also from that same little grouping, we had this big box of arrowheads, which I thought these things were going to do really well. There was 64 of them, I believe. These are all quartz arrowheads with some other different kinds of rocks in here. I thought this would have went for like 100 bucks, but it only had one bid, and I started it at $30, so it sold for $30 via auction. So like I said, guys, on those auctions, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose on them. One of the oil filters I just picked up this weekend sold. It was this one. I went for 36. Got something in the box down here. I've had this thing for a long time. Glad to see this go. This was a bad buy. So I got this thing like last summer. Thought I could sell it on Amazon, and I cannot. So I paid $5 for that, and it sold for $18 free shipping. So something else just sold, and literally just put this in the box. So this is Space Jam. Literally sold in like 20 minutes. Sold for full price, so 60 bucks. It is brand new sealed, $60 plus the buyer paid $7 shipping on that. And we've got something in this box. Another little thing that I've had for a while. Not the best buy, but it did get us a profit. So paid $5 for this. It's gonna be easy to ship. It's probably going to padded flat rate because it's quite heavy. This is a magnetic cleaner. It erases cassette tapes, anything that you pass through there, any kind of tape media. So that sold for $23. It's not bad. I think the last thing we got is this big figurine up here. So you guys saw this in one of our videos. It's the big owl, not an owl, come on. It's a big falcon, eagle, something like that. Paid $10 for that. Didn't really know anything about it. It did have a name on it. I did find some similar comps for that, but it sold for $90 with the buyer paying shipping on that. And he did leave a message saying, please add extra padding in under and around the talons. I ordered one in the past and it arrived damaged. So let's see. Yeah, I can see how that's gonna get chipped if I don't do something about it. So what I can do is get some foam or something and kind of pad it underneath this. So if something was to hit it like that, it's not gonna break. I wanna make that as rigid as possible so that doesn't get broken, and I'll do the same up here. This one is connected to the casting there, but I can definitely brace that with some either rolled paper or rolled foam, something like that. So, all right, let me get these boxed up. All right, so here's what I came up with to protect these little talons here. Basically, I just put some foam underneath and through some of the holes that created, and that should be more than enough to support that. Obviously, I'm going to wrap this entire thing very well with bubble wrap because there's the beak I got to worry about. And there's parts of the tail that are going to be fragile. They're thin. So nothing should ever contact that, but in the event that it does, that should support it as well. And like I said, the guy wanted me to do that. So if your customers ever make any special requests like that, most of the time it's easy to oblige. So I'm more than happy to do that. And I will get this all wrapped up and I'll show you guys what I come up with. And here's what we got. So it is completely wrapped. I don't even know what ends what. Just a big old ball of bubble wrap pretty much. And I've also put in some packing paper to both the corners because it is closer than any other point at those two corners. So I'm going to fill in the top of this with paper and bubble wrap, and that'll be it. So this is a 17 by 12 by 12 box. So lots of padding all over that. All right, so now I need to pack these two really big, really heavy speakers. Like I said, these things sold for $1,100. I charge $100 shipping, and I should be close to that, maybe a little bit over once I insure them and everything. But I've got two boxes here. These are gonna ship separately. I got that one, and then we got one over here. Now, I've said it before, and I'll say it again. If you guys ever get big boxes, make sure that you save them, because I've had both of these boxes for probably over a year, just kind of sitting around. But it's really nice to have that kind of stuff so you don't have to go buy them. And I've got two more backup boxes here. These will fit, but we're gonna have a lot of room front to back on these. And when you're shipping something this big, you want to get as close to the original size as possible because you're gonna be dealing with dimensional weight here instead of just normal, weight as far as how much it weighs. So once you get over a certain dimension, they take the weight plus like the girth or something like that, and it adds a lot of cost onto there. So I'm gonna get these packed up, lots of foam, lots of bubble wrap, make sure these things make the trip all in one piece. All right, so I wanted to show you guys how I set this up. So I've got a layer of styrofoam on the bottom, and I've got two of these angle braces on the bottom as well to shore that up. I've got styrofoam on either end of this, and I've got styrofoam in between on the sides, and I put a layer of trash bags along the top of this to protect the finish from scraping along the top. And I also put one across the front of this so any of these little pieces of styrofoam will not get into the grate, which is underneath this. So just to protect that. Now I've got two bigger pieces of styrofoam that's going to go here on top. And all of this will shut. So I'm going to do the exact same thing for this speaker with the other box that I have. And again, this is going to cost me nothing because I have the boxes, and anytime I get any kind of styrofoam, I always save it. So this is just random pieces. You can break these in half to fit them for void fill. In this case, you know, this is going to be perfect to go along the side of this box. And I can break these into pretty much any shape that I want to fill voids and big things like this, because the styrofoam is very dense. It's very good at keeping its shape and protecting against puncture damage and stuff moving around. Both of these are going to go separately in different boxes because they are so heavy. So that's what I do for that. All right, guys, it's Tuesday morning. Just wanted to let you guys know that I sold this. So as you can see, it did work, but it was missing the wooden case that all these vintage receivers have. And I sold it for $620. Do not pass up on the stuff that looks like it's broken or bad like that. Even this thing broken, not working, is like $300-400. I'm telling you guys, there's a lot of stuff that holds value even when it's broken. All right, guys, so I wanted to give you an update on the VHS tape and the beta tape that we had graded. So we actually sent those out to comicconnect.com. They sell a lot of comics, but they're also branching out into VHS tapes, beta tapes, video games, and other media and stuff like that. Those are actually going to be in their August-September auction, so I'll make sure to send out some kind of notification so you guys can follow along on that, so you guys can keep track of it real time, and we'll keep you updated. All right, so those were some of our sales from Monday and Tuesday. We had a lot of stuff going out, a lot of high-dollar stuff, and a lot of big stuff. As you guys can see, I've even got empty spots here that I can fill up. It's the first time in a long time. So that'll be awesome. Fill those up this week. Allison just got done packing this Amazon shipment. We got to box it up to go out. We've got another one going on right now. It's that new printer, a couple of VCRs. The value of this is like around $1,000 if it was to sell all at the asking price, which, you know, is not really the case, but it'll be around $800 to $1,000. This right here is already at like $600 profit. That was like a $350 printer on Amazon. So a lot of cool stuff. I did mention in June I didn't really push quite as hard as I should have, and I wanted to go over some of the reasons for that. So one of the reasons is we've been doing a lot of sourcing. We had really good weather around here. Better to not miss out on all that. So we've done a lot of sourcing, and with that comes a lot of testing. And I like the testing part. I'm not a huge fan of the whole taking pictures and listing things, so I'm gonna have to get better on that. It's one of my weak points. I got to do better on scheduling and actually getting this stuff listed, because I don't want a death pile here in my garage. It's already getting a little overwhelming. So second thing is we are actually going to be selling my car, my beautiful sporty car. We're gonna be selling my BMW. I've had a while. It's got some air lights on that I had to fix. I've already cleaned the interior out. I need to wash it and wax it this weekend, and hopefully get that thing listed. And then we're selling Allison's Mercedes SUV here. It's just not quite up to the task of hauling all of our stuff along with the kids and the dogs whenever we go on vacation. So we're going to be selling both of these and buying something that we've always wanted to buy. It's been a dream of ours. We're going to be buying a minivan. It's not really been a dream of ours, not at all. We both swore that we'd never own a minivan, but I will give it to them. Minivans are a lot cooler than they used to be, so we're actually kind of excited about having it because one, it'll be a lot better on gas than that. Also, we'll be able to haul all of our stuff, no problems, kids, dogs, plus sourcing. We can put like a roof rack on the top, have even more room for sourcing for all that stuff. And one of our goals is to be able to go on vacation and source at the same time to be able to pay for said vacation. So we can definitely do that with the minivan. Appreciate you guys watching. Hopefully you guys like this kind of video. It was fun to make. So let us know in the comments below what you guys thought. We appreciate it, and we'll see you again next time. Bye.